Page 12, Jingle Bells. 4/4 time, so there's 4 counts in a measure. We're counting quarter notes. We got quarter notes all over the place. I'm going to kind of take both hands at the same time and we'll work them out. Really, it's better if you just take one hand at a time, make sure you have the notes and the rhythms. But to make this video a little shorter, I'm going to do them together. At the beginning, your left hand starts third finger on G, so put your hand here. The right hand starts with third finger on E, that puts the right hand here, so you're next to each other. And it's the quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. I assume you know how eighth notes work, I hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have a C and an E together, and you do that some more. Let's go to measure 13. Measure 13, your right hand comes up 1 to the third finger's on the E. So you just come up, you have a rest in front, you come up, so it's here. The left hand doesn't move, just the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he wants you to cross over here. I would recommend not. Okay, unless you got really small hands, I would recommend you do this. Just reach down with second finger here and then clasp the hand, because you want fifth finger on the G, so just stay there. With this fingering we use all the time, and I don't cross over the thumb if I can help it. And we don't need to cross over the thumb here. And then for measure 17, the right hand's just got C and E. The left hand's just got C and G, but alternating 1, 2. I'm just alternating the arm or rotating the arm this way. I'm not holding the hand still and trying to use the fingers. Rotate here. Well, now you're doing 2 different things in the hands at the same time. Isn't this fun? You're coming down here in one hand and you're rotating at the same time. Can you do that at the same time? Good luck, but you need to be able to. Measure 24 at the end of the second line. It's an F and a G in the right and left hand, and here 2. And you do this some more. I love it. At the end, the last 2 measures, it's here. It's an F and a G, and then an E and a G, and then the whole C chord in the left hand. Okay. Once you can work it out, the hands together, and go back through the hard parts and get rid of the hesitation, so it's a steady beat. You can go slow, it's fine, but it's got to be steady. And we can think about the articulation. That is the slurs and the staccatos. We're going to connect this together. And then lift up. Lift up. Lift up. Now you staccato. Just light, short. Do that some more. At the end of the page, on page 12, there's an accent. You play a little louder. That's the best we can do. And then we have staccatos in both hands here. Not the half notes. The slur staccato. Measure, what, 22? Slur and a staccato. So, at the end, you have a staccato and an accent. So you play them short and a little louder. Again, I'm flexing at the wrist here. Here, bump. Dynamics, moderately loud, and this is all melody at the beginning. But when you get to measure 17, it's the right hand gets it, and you're loud here. Now, you started loud at the last note on page 12, the half note. That makes the accented note a very loud note for one note. And now you're loud. The left hand's in the background. We want to hear the melody, which is the right hand. It's called Bring Out the Melody. Play that louder if you can. And then at the end, the last measure, the half note ends it. And that last chord is both hands. Pretty loud. Speed, it's a happy piece, but it's got to be accurate. So whatever you can do accurately, you go through and find the hardest part in here for you, and how fast can you play that accurate. That's how fast you can take the piece. I believe there's an error in the music. Just my guess there is. You see on page 12 there's 2 verses. Well, that means there ought to be something to send us back to do the second verse. There should be a repeat sign or something. And if you look around here, I don't see any repeat signs anywhere in this. You just play it through one time and quit. Well, if you do that, you never get to the second verse. And this piece, usually what happens is you do the verse and the refrain. You see on page 13 at the top, it's a refrain, the same thing as a chorus. We're getting into forms of music. But you're going to do them both. You do a verse and a refrain, then a verse and a refrain, and a verse and a refrain. You wouldn't do 2 verses and then a refrain. No, it's one. So if you want to pretend there's a repeat sign at the end, bottom of page 13, and then you can go back and do it all again. And that way you can get the second verse if you want to sing the second verse. I'm not going to do that in this video. I want to keep the video shorter. I'm just going to go through one time and that's it. Because we're not going to sing it. Couple minor things here. It's the little things we're looking for. At the bottom of page 12, the last 2 measures, you see that little hairpin above the word? That means get louder. You're going to go from moderately loud up to loud. Moderately loud. You can be loud there if you want. On the C. You don't have to wait for the half note. You can just be louder. And then the half note will be a little louder now because it's an accented. And then, okay, keep that in mind. It's better if you get into it and you can feel it rather than forcing it. Now, if you look at the second verse, if you're going to want to repeat and do this twice, you'll notice that the words don't quite match up with the notes. The notes shown fit the first verse. They don't fit the second. So you need to adjust the notes to fit the second, because each syllable or each word, if it's a 1-syllable word, needs to have a note. So it's like at the beginning, a day, well, there's a day. There's 2 words in there. I need a note for each word. So I'm going to have to change this to 8th notes. A day, instead of dashing through the snow, but on second verse it's a day or 2. So it's a day. And then the second measure, second measure, in the second verse, all I get is 1 word, I. So on the 8th notes, I turn that into a quarter note for the second verse. In the first verse, it's 8th notes to get in all the words, but I. And at the end of the line, you see and. Well, I have to change the rhythm. I need a note for the word and. So I just changed the whole note into a dotted half note and a quarter note. 1, 2, 3, and. Same thing in measure 6. See, I need a quarter note at the end. 1, 2, 3. So you adjust the rhythm to match the words of the verse you're in. We do that all the time. It's kind of fun. Then, of course, the refrain, the words don't change because refrains don't do that. The verses change, but the refrains don't. It's the same word, so you'd play it the same way. Let's play it together and double check all the notes and rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. I'll do the staccatos and the accents, and I'll give us 4 counts. So let's just try it together slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, and. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, rest. 2. And 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, rest. I like to do the duet at the bottom of the page, and you play what we just played. We're going to speed it up a little bit, so make sure you can play it quickly with no hesitations anywhere, or this won't work. And again, I need you to go up an octave. So instead of here, just pretend middle C goes up here, and then instead of here, you're up here. Play it all up here. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go.